Hello students, myself is Parminder Singh from Prab Kirpa classes. Our today's topic is graphical representation of linear equations. We have already learned that equations means that the left hand side and right hand side of the equation are equal. And the word linear in the linear equation means that when we draw the equation in the form of a graph, it is in a straight line. After going through this course, the students will understand that any equation which can be put in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0, where a, b and c are real numbers and a and b are not both 0 is called a linear equation in two variables. And the highest power of the variables, that is x and y, is only 1. The numbers which are multiplied to the variable, that is the a and b, are called coefficient. The geometrical representation or graphical representation of a linear equation in two variables is a straight line. It can take the shape of, say, this, or it can take the shape of this, or it can take the shape of this in negative, or it can take the shape of this. It can take any shape, but in the form of a straight line. The solution of a linear equation is not factored when the same number is added to both the sides. Suppose we add 4 to both the sides, then what will it become? It will become 4 plus x plus y is equal to 20. If we solve it, it will again become x plus y is equal to 16. In the same way, if we subtract the same number from both sides, say 2 we subtract, then again it will become x plus y is equal to 14. Here minus 2 will become plus, it will again become 16. That is, if we add the same number or deduct the same number from both sides of the equation, that is the left hand side and the right hand side, no effect is made on the linear equation. In the same way, if we divide both sides of the equation, that is the left hand side and right hand side of the equation, by the same number, then it will also have no effect. Now, if you have linear equation in one variable, then it can be drawn in the form of number line. It can be drawn. Suppose y is equal to 8, then this is y, then this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, then this is the y is equal to 8. That is you can make the graphical representation of linear equation in one variable on the number line itself. Here it will be in negative, but in the case of two variables, when we are to draw the equation in graphically, we will have to find out the 2 points which can be joined together so that we can form the graph. The graph can take the shape of, say, this one, or it can take the shape of this one, because if the points we have find out are this and this, then it will take the form of straight line. It can also take this shape if the values are in negative. It can also take this shape if the values are here and here. That is, here we will solve this equation so that we can understand this equation. Suppose this equation is given and we have been asked to draw the graphical representation of this equation, then we will have to find out the values of x and y. That is, we will have to find out only the values of x and y. That is, we can say that the value of x is 4, y is 4, it is 8. The value of x is 2, the value of y is 8, it is also same. Value of x is 3, value of y is 5, it is also. That is, on the basis of any of these solutions, we can form the graph, and ultimately if we say we take 4, it may take 1, 2, 3, 4. This is maybe 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is the 4. First solution is this. Then in the case of first solution, we can say that this is the first point, and in the case of second, we can say that this is 2, the next point is 6. Here we can say that it is 6 here. Then the second point will be somewhat here. Then we will form these 2 points, and it is in straight line. That is, you have to only take 2 solutions of x and y, and on the you will join both these 2 points where the values of x and y meet. This is the first point where a value of x and y meet. This is the second point. There can be any number of points you can form, and it will be always in the straight line, because linear equation in 2 variables or linear equation in 1 variable means that the equation, when drawn on the graph, it will be always in the form of a straight line. We will now solve many questions pertaining to the graphical representation, and hope you will understand the concept of linear equation in 1 variable and 2 variable, and how to draw it in the form of geometry or graphical representation. You will understand the concept in a very simple manner. Now the question before us is, give the geometric representation of y is equal to 3 as an equation in 1 variable. We have already learnt that in the case of linear equation in 1 variable, there is only one variable which is given in the equation. The variable may be x or y or p or q or t or any other alphabet. So here, when we are to draw the geometrical representation of linear equation in 1 variable, we have to draw a number line. This is the number line. Here we write it 0, here 1, here 2, it is 3, it is 4, it is y-axis, y number line. Here it is -1, -2, -3. Now we have drawn the number line. Here we are to simply pinpoint the value of y is equal to 3. Here it is y is equal to 3. We have been able to draw the geometrical representation of y is equal to 3 on the number line. Now the next question before us is, give the geometric representation of y is equal to 3 as an equation in 2 variables. We have already learnt that in the case of 2 variables, the linear equation may take the shape of x plus y is equal to 15. Here I am only telling you about the formation of linear equation. This is not to be written in the exam. It may be in the form of 2x plus 3y is equal to 20, or it may be 2x plus 7y minus 20 is equal to 0. That is, in this case, you will see that these are two variables, x and y. In place of x and y, there may be variable written as pq or rs or yz. So here you will find that in the question there is only one variable given. Wherever, as per the question, we are to draw the geometric representation of an equation in two variables. That is, one variable is less given in this question. So here we will have to add the variable. What is given? It is given. So we add variable x. How we will add? We will write 0x plus y is equal to 3. If we draw 0x, it means that even if the value of x is 1, suppose the value of x is 1, when it is multiplied with 0, it becomes 0. If the value of x is something else, say 7 when multiplied with 0 becomes 0. So ultimately, y will remain as equal to 3. That is, there is no problem if we write it as 0x, value as 0x. So now, for making the geometrical representation, suppose this is y-axis, this is x-axis. When we are to draw the geometrical representation, or we have to form the graph may be take the shape of this one, or this one. Graph may be of any shape. It is a straight line, or it may be of any shape, such like this. It may be of any shape, which is a straight line. To draw a graph, we should have at least 2 points. That is, maybe here and here, here and here. That is at least 2 points. Suppose we are having these 2 points, and on the basis of this, we are drawing this straight line, or we are drawing the graph, or making the geometrical representation. But for drawing these 2 points, we should have the value of y at this point, value of x at this point, because it will be formed by this way. If we want the value of at this point, if we want to draw the point at this point, for this we have to value of y at this place and value of x at this place, at this place x, at this place x, this place y, at this place y. That is, we should have at least 2 solutions of x and y, which when put into the equation will serve the purpose. How? We can understand the same also. That is, if we write x plus y is equal to 15, we can say that x is 8, y is 7, then it is 15. We can write x is equal to 7, y is equal to 8. That is, we have to find out at least 2 solutions in respect of x and y which satisfy the equation. In other case, we can say that if we say that x is 15, y is 8, it becomes 23. Then it does not satisfy the equation if x plus y is 15. In this case, y is equal to 3. So we will have to here. Now we come to the main question. In this case, we have to find the at least 2 solutions of x and y so that we can form the graph. I hope you have understood the basic points so that you can form a graph. So here we will draw a table. Here we write x, here we write y. First of all, let x is equal to 0. When x is equal to 0, then what will happen? 0x plus y is equal to 3. That is, y is equal to 3. Now let x is equal to 1. Then what will happen? 0 into 1 plus y is equal to 3. then it will be again 0 plus y is equal to 3, y is equal to 3. So x is equal to 1, y is equal to 3. We will now form the graph on the basis of these two solutions. What are the solutions which we have obtained? 0, 3, this is the first solution. Next is 3, this is the second solution. While writing the solution, please note that the value of x is written first, value of y is written after that. Again, value of x has been written first, value of y has been written next. Now we will form the graphical representation or geometrical representation. This is the y-axis, this is x-axis. So now 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Here it is minus x-axis. Here it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now on the basis of the solutions which we have find out, that is on the basis of the values of x and y which we have find out, we will form the graph. Now this is the value of x, this is 0, here it is 0, value of x is 0. Now the value of y is 3, so here the value of y is 3. Here it is the first point where x is 0, y is 3. Now what is the next solution? Value of y is value of x is 1 and value of y is 3, that is at this point x and y values are meet. So when we join these 2 points, it will be like this one, straight line. At this point solutions are 0, 3. At this point solution of x and y is 1 and 3. Here it is parallel to, it is the equation y is equal to 3. Here we have formed the geometrical representation of y is equal to 3, where we have assumed the value of, we have assumed the other variable which was not given in the question. If y variable is given, then we will assume x variable. If x variable is given, we will assume y variable, and on the basis of that we will find out the two solutions of x and y which fit into the equation. Next question, give the geometric representation of 2x plus 9 is equal to 0 as an equation in one variable. This is a very simple question. Here it is given 2x plus 9 is equal to 0. In the other case, we can also say it as 2x is equal to, here 9 will go to the right hand side and it will become minus 9. Value of x comes minus 9 over 2, or we can say it as minus 4.5. In the case of geometric representation of linear equation in one variable, we are to simply draw a number line. This is the number line. Here value is 0, here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, here it is 5. Here we will write minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. So what is given? X is equal to minus 4.5. Minus 4.5 will lie somewhere here. X is equal to minus 4.5. Now, this is the geometrical representation of the equation 2x plus 9. Now, the next question before us is, we are to represent the same equation in two variables. As already told, when that in this question, here only one variable is given. So when one variable is given, we may add y variable in the equation. How we will add? We will take 0y, because even if the value of y is say 5, when it will be multiplied with 0, it becomes 0. Even if the value of y is somewhat more, say y is 20, when multiplied with 0, it becomes 0. So it does not affect the equation at all. So we may write it as in this way. So in other way, we can write it as 2x plus 0y is equal to minus 9. So now we are to find out the two solutions of x and y which fit into the equation. Suppose we let y is equal to 0, then what happens? We will form here a small table where we will write the solutions or the values which will be arrived at. Here we have assumed the value of y is equal to 0. When value of y is 0, what will happen? 2x plus 0 into 0 is equal to minus 9. 2x is equal to minus 9. X is equal to minus 9 over 2 minus 4.5. Now, when we say let y is equal to 1, what will happen? 2x plus 1, 0 into 1, because it is 0y. Value of y is 1. 2x into 2x plus 0 into 1 is equal to minus 9. Then 2x plus 0 into 1 becomes 0. Minus 9. 2x is equal to minus 9. X is equal to minus 4.5. So here again value of x comes 4.5 and value of y is 1. So here we will form the graphical representation of this equation. Here it is y axis, it is x axis, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, 1, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Here it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what is given? Here it is given that value of x is minus 4.5. Here it is minus 4.5 somewhere here. And y is 0. That is, the first point is this, where value of x is minus 4.5 and the value of y is 0. Then the next is value of y is 1 and x is minus 4.5. X is minus 4.5, value of y is 1. So here it is somewhere here the point comes. That is where x and y fulfill this situation. X is minus 4.5 and y is 1. So here we will join these 2 points and it will be just like this, a straight line. So here the equation is 2x plus 9 is equal to 0. The solutions are here minus 4.5. The value of y is 1. Here at this point it is minus 4.5 and here the value of y is 0. Because we are to write the values of x first followed by the value of y. First we have written this value minus 4.50, then this is this value which has been written on the upper side. Now this is the geometrical representation of the equation which was given to us in the examination. You can also write the solutions here, minus 4.50, next solution minus 4.5 and 1. I hope you might have understood the concept that in case only one variable is given, then we have to add other variable in the case of linear equation in two variables. The question before us is, draw the graph of each of the following linear equations in two variables. The equation given is x plus y is equal to 4. Now in the case of linear equation in two variables, when we are to draw the graph, as you know that the linear equation in two variables is in the form of a straight line. The straight line can be in the form of this one, or it can be in the form of this, or it can be in the form of this. Any form of straight line may be there. Now for drawing the graph of a linear equation in two variables, we must have 2 points so that we can join these 2 points and form a straight line. In the case of here, we must have any 2 points, maybe more than that, at least 2 points. That is, we have to draw or we have to plot the 2 points on the graph so that we can join the same. Here we will have to find the value of y which is corresponding. Here we will have to draw the value of x, here y. Here again we will have to draw the value of calculate the value of y, and here the value of y, value of x, so that we can form the graph. In the same way, if this is the straight line which will be formed, we will here find out the value of x and y, here again x and y. So you are not to write this in the exam. I am only explaining you the concept how we will solve the question. So we will have to find out the two values of x and y which satisfy the equation. That is it. For the purpose of example, we can say that the x of y value may be 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. Value of x is 2, y is 2. It can be 0 plus 4, or it can be 4 plus 0, or anything else. So here, let the value of x is equal to 0. Here we will form a table where we will write the values of x and y. Here we have assumed the value of x is equal to 0. Now equation given is x plus y is equal to 4. Value of x is 0, y is 4. Then the value of y becomes 4. Now let the value of let y is equal to 0. What will happen? The equation given is x plus y is equal to 4. When y is 0, x will become 4. Now what is the value of y? It is 0. What is the value of x? It is 4. Now we will draw the graph on the basis of the values of x and y which we have arrived at. The solutions which we have find out are 0, 4, that is the value of x is written first, value of y after that. Here again value of x will be written first, value of y will be written after that. Here on the basis of these two solutions for the values of x and y which have been find out in two cases, on the basis of that we will be forming the equation, forming the graph. Here this is x-axis, it is y-axis. Here the value of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, -1, -2, -3, -4. Now what is the values of x and y? The value of x is 0, here 0. Value of y is 4. Here it is the first point. On the basis of the first solution, we have drawn the first point. Drawn the first point on the, or plotted the first point on the graph. Then in the second case, value of x is 4, the value of y is here 0. So now we will join both these 2 points. Here it has been wrongly drawn, or I have been unable to join the both properly. Here it will be in this form. So here the value of equation is x plus y is equal to 4. Here we will write the value of x and y. What is here? It is 0, 4. Here the points which has been plotted, the values of x and y are, value of x is 4, value of y is 0. So here we have formed the graphical representation of linear equation in two variables, that is x plus y is equal to 4. Now here this is the equation which has been given to us. In the same way we have to draw the 2 points which can be plotted on the graph so that we can join the same, and to find out those 2 points which have to be drawn on this paper, we will have to find out the two solutions of x and y. So here we will assume the values of x and y. In the first case we assume the value of x is equal to 0. The equation given is x minus y is equal to 2. In the same way we will here form the table, small table, where we will write the values of x and y which we will be calculating. X is 0, then what will happen? We will put the values here, minus y is equal to 2, and here y becomes minus 2 because we will divide both sides by minus, and the result will be y is equal to minus 2. Then let y is equal to 0. What will happen? X minus y is equal to 2. X minus 0 is equal to 2. The value of x is 2. So now what is the value of y? It is -2. Then what is the value of x here? In the second case, it is 2. Value of y is 0. So now on the basis of these two solutions, that is, here we will write first the value of x, then the value of y. That is the first we have taken this value, and after that we have taken this value. These are the two solutions, 0, -2, 2, 0. Now we will draw the graph on the basis of these solutions which have been arrived at by us. So now what will happen? We will see. 1, 2, 3, 4. -1, -2, -3, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. -1, -2, -3, -4. Now what is the first solution? Here the value of x is 0 and the value of y is -2. That is the first point which is to be plotted here is this one. Now the next solution is value of x is 2 and the value of y is 0. Here this is the second point which we can plot. Now we are to join both these 2 points. Now it will be something like this. Now what is the equation? It is x minus y is equal to 2. We will write here. Now here we will also mention the solutions on the basis of which we have drawn these 2 points. Now here the value of x is 2, value of y is 0. Here the value of x is 0. First we will write this solution 0, value of x, then the value of y is to be written. That is, we are to mention both the solutions on this geometrical representation. That is, on this straight line we will mention not only 2 solutions but also the equation. This is the equation. These are the 2 solutions. We are to mention both these. Now we come to the third question. Here it is written as y is equal to 3x. Now we will fill the values of in the same way as we have done the questions earlier. We will assume the values of x and y. Now as already told, that in such type of cases where we are to draw the graph, we have to find out the 2 points which can be plotted, and these 2 points can be plotted when we know the 2 solutions of x and y. That is, we have to find out the value of x and y at 2 points which can be joined together, and on the basis of that the graph will be formed. Here we will assume x is equal to 0. Now what is the equation given? Equation given is y is equal to 3x. Then y will become 3 into 0, that is 0. Here we will form the small table where we will fill the values of x and y. When x is 0, y is 0. Now we will assume let x is equal to 1. What happens? The equation given is y is equal to 3x. What will happen? Y into 3 into 1. Y is equal to 3. Now when x is 1, y is 3. Now the solutions which we have arrived at in respect of x and y are value of x is 0, y 0. Next, the value of x is 1, value of y is 3. That is, we are to write the solutions in this way. Value of x first, value of y after that. These are the two solutions which we have arrived at, and on the basis of these two solutions, we will form the geometrical representation or graphical representation of the linear equation in two variables. Now, here we draw this is y-axis. Here we form the x-axis. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4. Here it will be in +1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here it will be in -1, -2, -3. So now what will happen? Now we will fill in the values of x and y and draw a point, and we'll find out the 2 points which will be formed on the basis of these two solutions. Now, what is the first point which can be formed is where value of x is 0 and y is 0. Here it is the first point. That is, here the solution x and y is 0, 0. This is the x and y. Now, what is the another? The value of x is 1 and value of y is 3. That is, it is here where the value of y is 3 and value of x is 1. That is, we will join these 2 points. Here we will join. It will be some like this. You can use your anything which can form the straight line. By joining these 2 points, that is, here the value of x and y is, here value of x is this 1 and value of y is 3. You are to write the solutions at each of the points which you join, and you are also to write the equation. What is the equation? Y is equal to 3x. In the nutshell, we can say that when we are to form the graphical representation of linear equation two variables, we will have to find out the 2 points which can be joined together, and to find out those 2 points we will have to find out the two solutions of x and y which satisfy the equation. And after finding out the two values of x and two values of y which satisfy the equation, we will form the 2 points on the graph, and we will join both these 2 points, and on the basis of that our graphical representation will be formed. Now the question before us is, give the equations of two lines passing through 214. How many more such lines are there and why? Firstly, we should understand what is the meaning of give the equations of two lines passing through 2, 14. It means that we are to write two equations where solution is 2, 14. That is, we are to write two equations. You know the meaning of equation where left hand side is equal to right hand side. That is where x is 2 and y is 14. That is the value of x in that equation should be 2 and the value of y should be 14. So the equation of two lines can be, what can be the equations which satisfy this equation, that is the value of x is 2 and value of y is 14. What will be the result? X plus y. If x is 2, y is 14, then what will be the equation? X plus y is equal to 16. Then another, what can be the equation? It can be, suppose 7x minus y is equal to 0. In that case, 7x means 7 multiplied by 2, 14. 14 minus 14 is equal to 0. That is, these two equations follow these two equations have the values of x and y as 2 and 14, and these two equations can be this and this, which pass through to 14, which satisfy the equation. If we put the values of x and y in this equation, if we put the values of x and y, then what will be? Then left hand side is equal to right hand side. If here x is 2, y is 14, that is it, here it becomes 16, 16 is equal to 16. Here if we put the values of x and y, then 14 minus 14, 0 is equal to 0. That is left hand side will become is equal to left hand side. There can be many more such equations which can have the value of x is equal to 2 and the value of y as 14. For example, it can be 14x minus 2y is equal to 0. That is 14 into x, 28, minus 2 into 14, 28, 28 minus 28, 0. Or it can be y minus x is equal to 12. If we put the value of y, it is 14. 14 minus x, x is 2. 14 minus 2 is equal to 12. That is, many such equations can be formed where the values of x is 2 and the value of y is 14. So now we will come to the conclusion. Since infinite number of line pass through one point, one specific point. So infinite number of lines pass through one specific point. So there are infinitely many lines that pass through to 14. For example, we can understand in this way that suppose this is the point where the value of x is 2 and value of y is 14. So how many lines can pass through? Line can pass through in this way, line can pass through in this way, line can pass through in this way. Touching this point, it can be in this way, it can be in this way, or it can be in this way. These can be infinite number of lines which have the value of x is 2 and value of y as 14. So the answer is this. So there are infinitely many lines that pass through this, and the first is give the equations of two lines. These are the two equations which pass through 2 and 14. Now we come to the next question. If the point 3, 4 lies on the graph of the equation 3y equal to ax is equal to 7, find the value of a. From the question, we find the solution given as, what is the solution given? 3, 4. This is the solution 3, 4. So x is 3, y is 4. What is the equation given? 3y is equal to ax plus 7. If we put the values of x and y in this equation, what will happen? Let us see. 3 into 4, a into 3 plus 7. Now what happens? It becomes 3a plus 7. Then what happens? 3a is equal to 12 minus 7. What is the value of a? A is 5 over 3. This is the answer. That is, the question is given. We have to simply fill the values of x and y, because here it is the solution given. As already told that when a solution is given, the value of x is first and after that comes the value of y. We have to simply take the values of x and y from the solution given, and we have to fill the same in the given equation, and according on the basis of that we can find out the value of coefficient a, and this is given 5 over 3. Now the question before us is, the taxi fare in a city is as follows. For the first kilometer, the fare is rupees 8, and for the subsequent distance, it is rupees 5 per kilometer. Taking the distance covered as x kilometer and the total fare as rupees y, write a linear equation for this information and draw its graph. We will understand this question with the help of a picture. Let us see what happens. Suppose this is the total distance from here to here. It is x kilometer. Okay. This point to this point, it is x kilometer. Now what is next given? Fare for first kilometer, it is rupees 8. Suppose this is the first kilometer. 1 kilometer. What is the rate? Here the rate is from here to here, it is rupees 5 per kilometer. 8 rupees 8. For the first kilometer, it is rupees 8. Then for the subsequent distance, that is from here to onward, what is the rate? It is rupees 5. It is also given that overall the rate or the total fare is rupees y. Here the total distance x. We hope you have understood that the total distance x kilometer. For the first kilometer, the rate fare is 8 kilometer, and after that, whatever distance is covered, the rate charge is rupees 5 per kilometer. Now we will write it here. What is given first? Total fare, total distance. Total distance is total distance x kilometer, total fare y. Now what is given? Fare for first kilometer. First kilometer it is rupees 8. Fare for subsequent distance, that is after 1 kilometer, the rate is rupee 5 per kilometer. So what we have here arrived at, that if total distance is x kilometer, here we have find out that the total distance is x kilometer, then distance covered after 1 kilometer. How many distance has been covered after 1 kilometer? It is x minus 1. From here to here it is x minus 1, because total is x. If we deduct 1 kilometer from x, it will be x minus 1 kilometer. That is, we can say that fare for distance covered after 1 kilometer, from here to here, whatever distance is covered, what is the fare charge? The fare charge will be the rate into distance traveled. What is the rate after 1 kilometer? It is 5. And what is the distance after 1 kilometer? It is x minus 1. Now what is it will be? 5x minus 5. So now according to the question, what is given? Total fare is equal to fare for first kilometer plus fare for distance after 1 kilometer. Here what is the total fare? It is given y. What is the fare for first kilometer? It is only 8. And what is the fare of for distance after 1 kilometer? It is here it is given, which we have arrived at 5x minus 5. So on the basis of this, we can say that y is equal to 8 minus 5, 3, 5x plus 3. Here we have arrived at the equation. Now we will solve this equation. What is we have arrived at? Y is equal to 5x plus 3. Okay, we have arrived at this equation. Now we will solve this equation. How? We will fill in the values of, assume the values of x and y. Here we will form a graph. To form the graph, we will have a to draw at least two solutions. That is, we have to find the values of x and y on 2 points so that we can draw 2 points on the graph. So this is the equation. Now we will solve the equation. How? When suppose we let that x is 0, what will happen? The equation is y is equal to 5x plus 3. What will be formed? 5 into 0 plus 3, value of y will be 3. So when x is 0, value of y is 3. Now when we let y is equal to 0, what will happen? Y is equal to, this is the equation, 0 is equal to 5x plus 3, or in other words we can say that 5x is equal to minus 3, because 3 will go to the other side and it will become minus, and x will be is equal to minus 3 over 5. We can also write it as 0.6, minus 0.6, minus 0.6. So now what is the value of g here? Minus 0.6. What is the value of y? It is 0. Now the points which are to be plotted on this are 0, 3. Here it is the value of x, it is the value of y. And what is the another solution? Minus 0.60, it is the another solution. And on the basis of these two solutions, we will now draw the graph. Now let us see how we form the graph. Y-axis, x-axis, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Now what we will do? We will put in the values of x and y to find out the points to be plotted. Now the first point is where value of x is 0, here value of x is 0, y value is 3. This is the first point. Where value of x is 0, value of y is 3. This is the first point. Now we come to the next point, which will be minus 0.6. That is, it will be somewhat here. Minus 0.6. It will be here. And what is the value of y? It is 0. That is, the point will be lie somewhat here, where x is minus 0.6 and the value of y is 0. So we will now join both these 2 points. You can draw this straight line because I am unable to join the same in the correct manner. You have to join these 2 points and draw a straight line. Here we will also write the equation y is equal to 5x plus 3. We have here drawn this solution. We have also mentioned here minus 0.60. So here we have formed the graph on the basis of the solutions which we had arrived at. We hope you have understood the question in a very simple manner. Thanks for watching. If you like our course, please spare some time to give a star rating to our course.